Yesterday, we were. Yesterday, we were dreamers with a boundless imagination. Yesterday, we were youthful zealots embracing the promise of tomorrow. Yesterday, we were pioneers with bold ambitions. And then, one day, they became daring and intrepid warriors, fearless leaders in a brave new world, the very embodiment of their youthful hopes and dreams. They built lasting legacies, created new worlds, forged indelible moments that forever echo through time. Today is the dawn of another new era in professional wrestling. But we will never forget our storied past. Tonight, yesterday is honored, embraced. Tonight, we come together to celebrate, to remember, to relive the dream one more time. For their passion is still tireless, and their spirit forever endures. Then and now.
In my ass.
I just banged your wife?
Name of this garbage show again that I'm on.
Total non-stop impact.
My name's John, capital letter E, period, Bravo, and you're listening to the Total Non-Stop Impact Podcast.
This is the jaw-jacking Tuesday Night Impactin'. His mother called him son because he shines like one. Mocha Skin Manimal, Rohit Raju, and you are watching Total Non-Stop Impact.
This is Taya La Güera Loca, and you are listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
The Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, and you're listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
We are the Rascals, and you are listening to Total
Nonstop
Impact Podcast, baby.
Woo! And what you're really listening to is Total Non-Stop Impact. Don't you dare miss a lesson. Oh, yeah. What's up, Impact Wrestling? Let's make some noise!
Sitting here, you guys got a 15-minute intro of putting yourselves over while I'm sitting here and watching J-Bone and Kalon and your 50. I never saw a 15-minute intro of three guys putting themselves over.
This is the good stuff.
Welcome back, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact. Impact Talk for Impact fans, featured right here on the TNI Network. This is the TNI, the Impact Plus Weekly. Holy shit, I'm off, guys. The Impact Plus Weekly for September 13th, 2020. This is Trent Law, Bill, J-Bone, Alicia, and somewhere in the depths of hell is Kalon. Who knows where the fuck he is? What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Wait, did you say Kyle?
I said Kalon.
Kale, what is he supposed to be? I thought I smelled something. Is he supposed to be here?
He threatened to be here. Put it that way. He threatened to be here. That's how I look at it. I don't really take pride in him actually showing up. He just threatened to be here. That's to say that. Anyway, J-Bone, what's going on, man? J-Bone. Now, guys, we usually start, about 20 minutes earlier, but J-Bone caused us to be a little late today because J-Bone had a new. What was your thing, J-Bone? You had to get a fresh wax on the old dome today? Is that what's going on?
Well, no, I bought a new shaver and I just did the face. I didn't do a full head wax. I'm still, fuzzy back here, whatever. just did a test run. It's pretty good.
Jesus Christ, J-Bone. Well, I guess.
Oh, very nice. Okay. All right. A little too much information for me, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's
it's only the face. I'm not doing one of those. Oh, it's great for your balls too. No,
we do need to get that. We needed to get that Manscaped sponsorship. They love wrestling podcasts.
Well, between the three of you.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it got really awkward for Alicia. Alicia's like, yeah, you guys can do that. But...
He's like, hey, it'd be funny if we got it and we make Alicia be the ones to be the read
spokesperson.
You're the one who actually has to read it.
She'd be like,
I'll do it.
Read the copy. Read the copy.
She'd be like, oh, look what we got.
She goes,
The Manscaped. Right? Isn't that the one where the warranty that if you nick your Ghibli bits, they give you your money back and you keep the product?
That's the one. We gotta reach out to them. So we gotta start tweeting those guys.
I'm already practicing.
How about all of you folks in the chat today? And the folks in the chat that start tweeting Manscaped and let them know we want that endorsement. The tool for the family jewel.
Time and place, everybody.
Manscaping? Did that say manscaping as I
watch? That is
that's multitasking.
That's
Mark is a multitasker.
Interesting. Wow.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure
really-
how I feel about that, being a part of that. Like, you're watching me while you're doing something.
Well,
you should
we're
be
getting to
flattered.
know our fans.
Jay, we'll take people watching us any way they can.
Yeah, J-Bo, you should be flattered about this. I am. I mean, if somebody's manscaping while they're watching us talk about wrestling, why not? Shit. Ghibli bits. That's a good one. I'm going to start using that. The Ghibli bits.
The Ghibli bits.
It's better than taint. I like the Ghibli bits better. We talk taint too much. Let's go
They're
Ghibli
two
bits.
separate things.
They are. But let's focus on fun names like that.
We save the taint for Tuesday, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go
Taint
with that.
Tuesday. Hashtag.
Taintful Tuesdays.
Painful Tuesday. My goodness. Random. All right. I want to answer Adam's question right here. So, Adam, I'm going to address this straight on. Are we still part of the brand at all? So it's a little weird. Like, they split the channel the brand was on, that we were on, and they split into like a partner channel. They haven't done anything with the partner channel yet. As of right now, we're endorsed, but I don't really know what's going on with like their affiliate stuff. It's kind of up in the air. Even Russo doesn't know, which is weird. The good thing is he said, look, I'll help promote the show in the meantime. I don't know what's going on with him, but whatever. We'll just
it's limbo. It is what it is.
We're doing our thing.
Someone obviously on the inside didn't like us being tied to the main channel. I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to call anybody out. I'm not that big of a dickhead. I do that off the air. But I'll give a little rant about something local a little bit later in the show. I'll save it for that. How about that?
All right, deal. But yeah, right now, like I said, Russo's a fan of ours. Like I said, he said tag him and stuff. He'll endorse it out, whatever. But their affiliate channel's kind of wonky, so I don't know what's going on with it. But in the meantime, we got our shit going on. We're doing our thing.
We're here. We're climbing slowly, steadily, and we appreciate everyone being here, no matter where you're watching us from. So.
Nice. All right.
So a lot of people watching us from the treehouse tonight. It looks like.
Seems like it.
So
man.
Hello to the treehouse.
Yes, hello. Everybody's in the treehouse tonight. Shit, where's Kyle? Speaking of the treehouse, where's he?
Speaking of the treehouse, did he forget?
Yes, dude, I think he might have forgotten. But we got to talk Xplosion. We actually had a title match on Xplosion, which is interesting. That was cool.
Funny you bring that up.
Yes.
Strange.
Yeah.
Strange.
It's strange to have it, and it was strange also that it was Josh Matthews on commentary. Back
return.
It was like 1 week you had Don and Matt Stryker, then you're back to just 2 weeks, then you're back to Josh Solo. I don't know what's going on there, but
that's random. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it was weird. Like it was very, very strange. I'm not sure what's going on, but before we jump into that, kind of open up with like what's going on. Hey, Bill, I assume you were at like 18 shows this weekend. Why don't you tell us where people saw you?
Too far off. You're not too far off. If you called the Thursday throwback, you'll know that I initially called from the road because I was down in Millville, New Jersey at ICW No Holds Barred, the Pit Fighter X, which they did on Thursday. And then the next day I went down again for No Holds Barred Volume 6. Alicia was at one of the previous No Holds Barred with me as well. So this is Volume 6 we did. And then that ended about midnight. So I'll just listen. That was Friday night, so like midnight. Went straight from there, hopped in the car with my buddy Dave, who I go to a lot of shows with, drove straight to Georgia. So straight
this was the Georgia trip. Holy shit!
Yes, drove straight to Dublin. Yeah, straight to Dublin, Georgia. So leaving at midnight, pulled in around a little after noon on Saturday. So then there was a meet and greet with Heath for Impact,
nice.
hashtag it, at a local Nissan in Dublin. So did the meet and greet there at 1. Well, hit the Waffle House because I'm operating on 0 sleep. So hit the Waffle House with my 0 sleep going. So I had to get some fuel. Then went from there, and only about 3 or 4 minutes away, Eric Young was doing a meet and greet at a bowling alley nearby. So did that. He had the new strap, and I, as promised, on Instagram pictures, same as my Twitter. They are on there. I'll put some more stuff on the show, but I don't want to give spoilers away of the show. It's an Impact Plus. I'll kind of show with Eric Young, and then obviously you had the big LG, Doc Gallows from the Good Brothers.
Nice.
He was on the show. Ref Daniel, friend of the chat.
Daniel's gonna be on Tuesday, by the way, guys.
Yeah, I was talking to Daniel there, and Ref Toll. He was there too. Brandon Toll was there, and it's a very interesting setup. I can't wait until what we see. It did feel like an Impact Plus taping. Like it was like an equestrian arena, so it was open air but roofed, but big, large. So they had relatively well spaced out on the floor, and then there was bleachers. But they had a nice crowd. It was. I really enjoyed it. I hope it goes maybe as 1, but I don't really know how it's going to be presented when it gets on Impact Plus. I don't know, because I think they may have been filming also from a couple other events they've been doing. So maybe they'll take a big portion of this show along with some bits of matches. Yeah. But let's just say this: it feels like there's going to be an ongoing working relationship with this Larietto Pro Wrestling down in Georgia, where I could see shows over the next couple months be filmed to provide more content for this show, Impact Plus.
Nice.
And I do have some stuff. If we can wait till later, I can do now. I have some new merch. I got some stuff here I can show off.
Oh well, before that, what time did you get home today? I didn't think you'd even make it.
I rolled in 30 minutes ago.
Holy shit.
Commitment.
Did you sleep at all?
Somebody should be paying him.
Yes.
What I did is so yesterday, I didn't tell you. So since this is at a bowling alley, now mind you, I'm still going on no sleep. I had about maybe 4 hours the day before. It's like, we're in a bowling alley. Got to bowl a couple games, right?
Yeah, she bowled a few games.
I was going to ask.
So I did.
Jeez.
First game, okay. Second game, those like last 3 frames, struggle. Like I'm getting up there. I'm giving it everything just to get the ball across. Like on the 10th frame, I practically like my buddy Dave was leading me by a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, got to see what you got to do here." So I just like gave it everything. I was like, I gave a grunt. Like I thought I'm like, I don't know, man. I may have outdone myself on this one. I don't know. I was like, because all of a sudden I just started sweating. I'm like,
oh fuck.
I'm like, am I getting like a heat stroke in here or something? So then I went back to the hotel, checked in at the hotel at 3, and then I did a power nap for like 2 hours, and then went to the show.
Jesus
so I got 2 hours of sleep before the show, but show was great. Got to see one. He's a wrestler now. One of the old merch guys from Impact from TNA days in Orlando. He was there. Not Tony.
Not Tony. I was say
not
Tony.
It was like Tony's right hand man.
No kidding.
Saw him. But no, like I said, I'll go into more detail later about it. But yeah, it was a crazy day for sure.
I only saw one picture that was on some fan online posted a picture, and it was a bunch of guys in a cage match or something. Looked like a pretty good looking.
Yeah, there was a cage match, and we'll see because once again, since it's Impact Plus, I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't want to do anything spoiler related, so I do have a couple pictures of and I recorded Eric Young's entrance, and then I did after the show. I did like a 1 minute TNI push in front of the cage. So we'll put that together for something to show everyone.
Man, Bill, wait. So I still can't figure out, when did you actually sleep, and then when did you leave Georgia? I can't figure
Okay,
this out. What's the timeline here? I can't figure
So
this out.
after getting that like 2 hours sleep before the show, went out to eat after the show. So then went to sleep about 12:30, 1 a.m. Woke up again about 7 a.m. and then headed out at 9 and then drove here.
So 12
Drove
hours.
back home.
About
It was about 12 hours getting there because it was the middle of the night, so no traffic. There wasn't a ton of traffic, but about another hour, so about 13 hours just on the road.
Jeez. That is hardcore, man.
He's hardcore. He's hardcore.
Oh,
He's hardcore. Well,
Bill,
speaking of
professional
hardcore,
wrestling groupie.
Oh, good for you.
Incredible.
So I see the chat tearing up Bill right now, calling him a bragger. I never thought of Bill as a bragger.
I don't think he's a brag. I think it's incredible what he's doing.
I always consider us
the
blessed
haters,
with
man.
his presence.
That's what I'm saying, man. The chat here calling him a bragger. You guys are just mad because Bill's styling on you.
Bill, people think you're at a show right now, and that's just the background behind
Yeah, they
it.
think you just paused to put the background up.
Yeah, they're filming British
the
boot
background
camp.
The background stays at home.
Wow.
they think you're driving right now, man. Holy
Well, I have
shit.
at times I do come live from the car. That's I will not deny that I've come from the car, but
unbelievable.
that is right. Sting has it right. I just recharge. You just got to recharge.
Unbelievable. That's fucking nuts, man. But that's awesome. Well, we'll share your merch. Oh, you got it now. Look at this.
Oh yeah, that's the new EY shirt.
Oh,
the
that
man.
looks
wow.
The mask. They
Cheers
finally
to
did the
Arizona
mask.
to that.
That's pretty dope.
That's pretty awesome. I like that.
That's pretty cool.
I like that.
Oh.
What else?
Then
I want to know how much Bill dropped on the merch table because it's been a while since he's gotten to an Impact merch table.
It is. Got the Good Brothers. Now
Nice.
this is just Doc Gallows loves the white. That's actually an exclusive for him because they have color on the PWTs and Impact one, so that's a white only logo.
Hysterical.
Nice.
Bill,
Show and tell.
These comments are amazing. These guys are.
I love how I'm like 7 minutes late, and Zach Bonifer writes, "Why is Kalon early?" I guess that's considered early.
And just because I had to do it, he had a little ring worn OC Club one. I had to get a little Doc Gallows ring worn shirt.
Oh, is that ripped from his body, Bill?
Yeah, pretty much.
Bill's gonna
Pretty
Bill's
much.
gonna
Man
try that out
movement.
later. Bill's gonna use that later.
Oh,
maybe.
Trent.
He's gonna wear it to bed.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. I'm just like
too much information here.
Trent, do you remember on one of the
so hot?
Trent, do you remember on one of the first episodes of Impact on Destination America when Taz and Josh started plugging a Taryn Terrell banner, and Josh started reading it down, and Taz randomly is like, "Oh yeah, Taryn Terrell banner. Yeah, I tried it out." And Josh stopped. He's like, "You tried out a banner?" Like,
he tried it out.
Bill is gonna try out that shirt later, just like Taz tried out the Taryn Terrell banner.
That's an old school 8x10. Is he still using up some old ones, or is that an old one you brought?
No. He still had the old ones. He had like 3 different eras of Impact, and he had
like
a
17 characters.
a WWE one too. He didn't have there wasn't a brand new Basil one. My guess is
I don't think they've heard of it
when
yet.
stuff gets more to normal, that they'll have one. So I was trying to figure out. I took a few minutes to go. Do I already have this? I don't know. I just went with the crazy, goofy EY look I wanted, and that was pretty goofy.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Cool.
Those
I
Joel
always
My
like
Heat
these goofy
look.
characters.
So they're like a little tag team of the goofy looking bases.
Nice. Nice. Anything else? Any other merch? Another Moose Vest, maybe?
No, none of that. I since I still had it with me, I went with the original Mr. Impact Wrestling white vest. So that's what I wore at the show. So whenever it comes down, it'll come out.
I like this. Bill Heat Raju, Zach Bonifer in the chat, right? Bill Ted lining up with Rohit's body. So if you're watching us on YouTube, or
this seems to be happening every week now. Somebody's lining up with a body on the background.
I love it.
Nice. I'm rocking a very old. I don't think they can identify what T-shirt this is. I'm rocking a very classic Impact Wrestling shirt.
Oh no, that looks Affliction era to me.
Well, maybe.
Is that an Ankh?
It's an Ankh. Yep, it's an Ankh.
Raven?
It's Fallen Angel.
It's Fallen Angel. Yeah, it's Chris Daniels. I do have the Raven Ankh one from WCW.
Nice.
Funny enough, I actually have.
You'll laugh from you, Trent, real quick.
I actually wear an Ankh necklace. I also have an Ankh myself.
That's very awesome.
Trippy. But I'm fitting back in this t-shirt. That's what I'm trying to get at, guys.
Oh.
I've cut pasta the last couple of weeks, and what up? I'm back in this t-shirt. It's great.
Oh, look at you.
I'm telling you, man. Body bag. I'm going Ethan Page route, baby. I'm doing that.
Yeah, wow, look at him, huh?
Shit. Ethan Page.
Ethan Page really.
I have a little announcement, something similar to that. I can officially join the crew of 205 Live if I wanted to. Now I'm down to 205.
Good for you, Jay.
Oh, good for you, bro.
That's 50 pounds in the last year.
Wait,
wow.
Are you saying you're becoming
a body
guy?
A body guy?
Good job, Jay. Look at you, man.
This is a recurring theme here because I got something to contribute to this for once. I don't know how I'm going to give up the McDonald's, the Checkers, just about everything else. But
hey, I gave up Checkers. I'm
going,
just saying.
Yeah, well, you had to by law.
I'm going. Yeah. Legally, J-Bone cannot go to Checkers for at least another 10 years.
Pal.
But no, hey, you got to throw that in there for legality purposes. But no, I'm going on the workout diet plan via personal trainer, via PayPal and Instagram. Rohit Raju, Coach Rohit, cool. Coach Rohit. So the only person that's going to motivate me is someone like that, because if Trent tells me to get in shape, I always lie to Trent anyway. I'm not listening to him. Somebody I look up to, a great man, an X Division champion like Rohit, and not Bill Heat. I'm talking about the real Rohit. Oh, yeah. Bill's beautiful in that spot, isn't he? Look at him.
Bill, you're
Bill. Can you get in a little closer and line yourself up? There it is. Somebody get a screenshot. Somebody get a screenshot.
That's perfect.
Oh,
yeah. Beautiful.
I couldn't react fast enough.
That's awesome. Do it again, Bill. She's gonna take a picture. Get in there again. Get in there again. Wait. Perfect.
It's beautiful, Bill. It's beautiful.
Holy shit, that's perfect.
Let me just.
You're making the face too.
I love it. Very cool. All right, let's cover Xplosion real quick, then we'll get back to open forum. We'll open it up, guys. Get your topics ready. We'll sweep through the open forum in a little bit, so we'll pick them out at random and start talking about them. But we had a title match. Speaking of Bill Heat, Rohit defended his X Division title on Xplosion, which is super rare.
KO.
When did Bill become the scumbag? What did Bill do? I think Bill's a nice guy. Bill is a great guy.
Holy shit,
what
man.
scumbaggery is Bill contributing to the show? I think Bill just contributes great looks,
I think they're
personality.
Jealous that you've gone to shows and we can't.
That's the thing. They're jealous of the British boot camp backdrop. They're jealous of the Moose Fest. They're jealous of Bill's swagger. That's what's going on.
I want to try something live here once. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little jealous of Bill right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch Bill and myself, and I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this. Here we go.
There you go. Everyone goes for the Rohit.
Okay, that was good. That was good. All right, we'll put it back.
Good. All right. Well, speaking of the Rohit, against Crazzy Steve, I did not expect that match to be on Xplosion. That was random.
How weird, right? I was thinking that watching it, and not for nothing, because it was a title match on Xplosion, I kind of knew that Rohit was going to retain.
Yeah. It kind of
oddly
gives it away. Yeah, that's the problem with it. But I liked it. I mean, it was a good match. It was cool to see Crazzy Steve get a little breakout.
Yeah.
I did dig that. I'm still, like we were talking before, I'm still shocked and confused why Josh Matthews was back on commentary. Like after having 2 weeks of Stryker and Don, you went back to Josh solo. I'm guessing it was taped beforehand.
Oh, probably.
Patched
older.
It was nice to hear Josh was really putting Rohit over though, like super hard. So I don't know. I mean, look, maybe it's finally turning the corner on old Rohit, man. He's got the belt. He's got a little push from the company. They're actually starting to put him over on commentary, which is nice.
They gave Rohit the mic and they gave him the belt, Trent.
It is nice.
Belt, that is.
It is nice. It's nice
well
to have
deserved.
that.
Well deserved. I mean, the people wanted it. Our show is proof. We had the cult following going for Rohit all through the Daisy Hit Squad, and look at him now.
It's true. It's true.
You earned it. You earned it. Hard work pays off.
You did.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
He is proof. I mean, and one thing I want to point out is one thing I've seen him use more, and just because he's been like wrestling more, and we've been paying a little more attention to him, I think, especially because he's champ and he was winning and he was in a great storyline. That running knee,
that's awesome,
is one of the best running knees. I mean, we've seen some good running knees in the industry. I'm not going to name off names. You know who they are, and you know who I cover. But But damn, that's good. And that finisher is very similar to
Isn't it the unprettier? Isn't that what
it looks like the unprettier, except that he didn't go like flat down on his back. He like went down to just his knees and then dropped him the rest of the way. So it's kind of like a modified. So I don't. And Josh, it's one of those things, and we've all talked about this so many times where they don't call out the moves. Like, does his finisher have a name? The guy's a champ. You gotta. If it just weighs on significance of the individual, if you're calling out his signature moves and his finishers,
gotta know this shit, man. You gotta.
When did that stop becoming a thing? Because I remember growing up, you knew what everybody's finishers were. Where now I feel like I don't know what anybody does. Like, it just feels like part of the moveset.
Honestly, I'm gonna say like the last, and this is unbiased speaking. The last guy, that's a great image he's got there. Great. The last guy I feel to do it, and I think it's because we've been watching the throw. I think it was Tenay. I think when Tenay left in 2016 or 15, whatever it was, he was the last guy to really make sure, like the old school thing where like you go backstage and you talk to the guys, like, what's your finish called? Cool. What do you want me to get over? What's your catchphrase? Like, I see commentators do that now on the indie. Like, a good commentator will go and study and talk to the boys and be like, all right, what do you want me to put over? What do we need to talk about? It's something like that. What's your tagline? Whatever the fuck. And I feel like again, I'm not trying to dog Josh, but it's one of those things where it's like that was his finishing move, and all he said was like, Rohit finishes him off. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, finishing moves are like, they were selling points. You know, like every kid did it to their sibling growing up, kind of shit. You know, like, you always knew what everybody's finisher was, and that was your favorite guy or girl based on the finisher. And it's like, come on, like we couldn't even like fake a name for this. You know, this thing. It's fucking taped. That's what got me. It's fucking taped. It's a taped thing. Like those are little things, and I'm like, those details I want attention to, and I hope maybe by the main show they got a name for it if he's back on, if he's on this week. So, but I felt like Tenay was the last guy to really make sure, like, he would have the guys. You'd hear Tenay say shit like this, like, where the guy's from, who trained him, what's his finisher called, what was his where indie that he started at. You know, just those little details.
Yeah,
that shit was like awesome just to hear that stuff. So.
Here, this right here, Kill Steel says more reason to get Stryker back in the booth. Amen, dude. Amen.
Yeah, I mean, if you like that, then I'm all for it, man.
Because he called Stryker is one of those guys, very informative, like Tenay. Calls all this stuff, tells you stuff about him. Very Tenay-ish.
This is a very
bad thing.
Very good compliment from Elijah. Thank you, Elijah. I should be a coach at a wrestling school. Thank you.
There you go.
Maybe. I don't know if they let me do it, but thank you.
I agree with everything, but I think the wrestling today, it's like definitely getting over training and all that stuff, phrases, but finishing moves. I think today's business, it's changing. I think the reliance on there's a setup and there's a finisher and that's the match is gone.
Yeah,
people have killed
true.
that in the business because you watch wrestling today, you have to hit your finisher 3+ times to win a match.
And there's always kickouts.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm really on board with selling the finishers as much anymore. You should put them out there for certain people with certain finishes that don't get broken. Like if you hit it, it's a 3 count every time or a submission every time. If not, then why put it over?
If you sell to
I like that.
A lot of people do build to a finisher. That's the thing. It's like,
They do.
We got him. They're like, you know, if you hit it, that's it. And then the psychology was if the guy happened to kick out of that finisher, it was like, holy fuck, he kicked out of it, you know?
Yeah.
You can. There's a psychology aspect to it that if it is a finisher that you are going to use more than once, then it's got to be established to be like, that's his finisher. So if you see him hit that, it means, you know, it means curtains for you. It means curtains for you, pal. You know, it's one of those things. So like, you got to know that there's a psychology you're trying to build to it. That's what I said. Like, so, like, for example, I'll give you a perfect example here. If he used this unprettier thing today, and then Tuesday he uses the running knee and gets the pin, well, then I get it. There's no rhyme or reason. He's just getting the win whatever way he can. But I still say everybody should have some kind of signature move that people look for. because it.
I still.
Yeah, I like it. I think it creates another level to the character. You know, like I associate the running knee more with him. I was like, to me, he throws the best running knee. I think it's amazing. Like Jay Bone said, I think it's a great run, and I'm like, that should be the one that like, oh fuck, if he hits that, you know, it's
right
not up for the finish or whatever it is, something like that. I think I want to do that more and more. There's some guys do have it, but you know,
and that's why I say, you know, it's fun to speculate, it's fun to fantasy book, but it's a lot more fun if you go into it with not a ton of expectations, just as a simple fan, clear your head about it, and it's so much more enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, so many people nowadays, they overthink everything. Well, why'd they do that? Shut up and watch the goddamn match.
Yeah.
You know?
Live with it.
Yeah.
It happened. Live with it.
Enjoy.
That's how they booked it, Junior. Shut the up.
I'm curious. I'm curious if Striker is more like you. A lot of people in the chat are saying that Striker is way more like that. So
yeah,
I'd be curious to see if that happens. I'd like to study his commentary if that's what happens. So,
Lucha Underground would probably be the best bet to get a good idea.
You just watch like the first 5 episodes of Lucha Underground. Perfect example of how he is. And he's playing off of a crazy son of a bitch like Vampiro. So
yeah,
you know,
I have a Vampiro shirt somewhere.
It was perfect.
From WCW days, yep.
Oh shit! Apparently, a Vampiro documentary came out.
Really?
Yeah, on Amazon Prime. Jay, were you telling me this on Amazon Prime?
There's a list of documentaries and stuff that's on my list that I'm actually going to review over on my other little podcast called Smash This Podcast. David Arquette just came out with
that one's getting
a documentary called You Can't Kill
David
Arquette. Yeah,
I can't wait to watch that because I heard so much about him. Like I heard so much about him last year, but saw so little. Like he was at all the indies, and I didn't see like any of that.
Well, wasn't the main buzz that Nick Gage almost killed him in a death match or something like that?
Yeah, like sliced his carotid artery or something.
Yeah,
well,
it was like,
listen. When you're not that experienced, death matches aren't the safest way to go, nor the logical.
Absolutely not.
I know he says someone talked him into it, but I don't see how that's possible. That's a pretty.
The only outcome of that was I heard that the late Luke Perry is actually the one that took him to the hospital.
Really?
Well, because Jungle Boy,
I'm sure he was in the audience.
was wrestling those shows.
That's right. That's right.
Jungle Boy is Luke Perry's son.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they're very close. They're actors, you know.
Oh, Hollywood! I met Arquette on that like indie tour at Warrior Wrestling. Super fucking cool guy, like the nicest dude.
He was at House of Hardcore, and I got to tell him the story about when I high-fived him when he won the belt at WCW.
You were there.
Yeah, I was there in the audience. I'm sure if you watch that, you'd be able to see me somewhere.
Are you serious?
13-year-old me,
right?
Oh, that's choice. Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh shit, we gotta watch that for sure.
I'm sorry. I was just talking about David Arquette. You were talking about Vampiro before. Yes, Vampiro just came out with a documentary. It's also on Amazon. You can rent it for like $4 or $5, whatever. Called The Nail in the Coffin. It's the fall and the rise of Vampiro. He's gone through a lot of physical tribulations over the last few years. And that's a sexy t-shirt.
Where can they get this nice t-shirt, fellas? Remind them.
ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. No sales.
What was that voice?
Don't ask for your parents' permission, children. Oh, buy the shirt. Tread will pay for it.
Say, fellas.
Hey, fellas, are you looking for a good fashion statement to make this fall? Get yourself a Total Nonstop Impact t-shirt at ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact.
That's sure to get all the ladies or fellas, whatever you
fancy, whatever tickles.
I like that one. I like that one, Bill. I got to get myself one of those.
Yeah. Nice. If you guys did get one, thank you during the sale. Thank you very much. But yeah, that Vampiro documentary seems very interesting. Adam over here says, Adam Impact saying it's actually really good. Makes Jeff Jarrett look terrible though.
Slap nuts.
Well, fuck it. Let's watch it. Let's definitely watch it.
Yeah, let's do a watch along.
Super Jared might come get you.
Yeah.
So I was out and about with Mrs. J-Bone today, and I was just checking some of our banking things, and I was like, oh yeah, there's the proof in the pudding right there that she ordered the pro wrestling T-shirt. And I was just talking to her. I was like, did you check the tracking? Do you know when it's showing up? She goes, probably this week. I was like, oh, okay. She goes, so. I was like, oh God. She goes, you know what I'm gonna ask? And I'm like, yeah, I think I do.
She's gonna cash it in. She gets to come on the show.
She goes, seeing as I bought a shirt, does that mean I can come on the show? And I was like,
oh no,
loophole.
Damn the rules.
I was like, it's gonna cost you extra, babe. No.
Oh, come on, hey.
I was like, no. If she wants to, I love her. She's very supportive of what I do. So no, she could sit here next to me and hang out with me or whatever.
She shouldn't have to buy the T-shirt, you dirtbag. She should be able to do that anyway.
Oh man, Adam ordered.
Yeah, he's gonna bang his wife.
Lord Almighty. It's Sunday.
I'm sorry, J-Bone.
Wow.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ, Kyle.
It's been a bangorama.
I love you, Kyle, but damn,
You guys swing?
You could be in on it, Jay. You could be in on it.
Kyle's really into that with the idea of doing that with J-Bone.
So,
Kyle,
how's your mom doing?
Nope.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
I have seen that penis.
My God.
What? My mother does not have a penis. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Right.
That's
Enough.
big wrestling news.
That's enough. You
Just
have to.
look, Kyle, tell her 2 a.m. Okay, tell her 2 a.m.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is horrible.
Unreal. This
Cut his mic.
I think I've been broken.
You brought your wife up first. You don't bring my mother into this. Cut his mic. You brought her into the battlefield. You don't bring
What a scumbag!
Oh my
right.
God.
Damn right.
Now you know how I feel.
Jesus.
All right.
Well, moving on. Rohit won the match.
Yes.
Like to see more Crazy Steve get some little singles action. I think it's gonna. Now they're out of Wrestle House. I expect to see something.
I see a belt on him in the future.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, dude, I mean, he's proven when he left the company, outside of tag team, he is capable of carrying titles for companies.
Wait, am I crazy? Did he show up at NXT when he left? Like, did he go there for a minute?
I think for maybe when you say a minute, I think it was like a one time, but I think he did.
It's okay.
Bro, what? Trent, you're sending our fans.
I want to address this comment. All right, let me address the comment. All right, hold on. I'll address it. Adam Impact says, Trent sent me to a porno page on Twitter. This reminds me of that. Oh, well. Okay, here's what happened.
Uh-oh.
I have seen that penis.
Absolutely. Several of them on this Twitter page. Here's what happened, right? Adam was looking to collect some 02 to like 07 Impact, right? And I say, oh, cool. I got a guy who he's like, anybody tape trade anymore? I got a guy who used to tape trade all the time. So I tagged the guy, and I'm like, hey, his name is Dave. I'm like, hey, Dave, you still tape trading? I didn't go to the guy's page, just tagged him. And Adam comes back like an hour later, goes, yo, man, that's like nothing but porn on that page. I'm at TNA Wrestling.
Oh, very nice. Okay. All right. A little too much information for me, but that's okay.
And he's like, I'm at TNA Wrestling, but not that kind of TNA. I was like, oh, shit. But then the dude, Dave, comments back. He's like, yo, I'm still tape trading. And it's like actually his page, but it's nothing but porno. And I'm like, oh, shit, who doesn't love porn? But damn, yeah, you still got those impacts, dog.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
So, like, he just retweets a bunch of porn, but
why? What?
I don't know. I don't know.
What does that do? That
What?
is like, I've always wondered why there's a share button on porn, and now I know why, is to share it with your friends and family on Twitter.
I have to unfollow so many Twitter accounts because these fans that listen to the show and regular wrestling fans I come across on Twitter. It's all fun and games. Next thing you know, my timeline is filled with porn, and I'm out in public. I'm at work, scrolling through Twitter. People are looking over my shoulder, and I look like a goddamn pervert because of people stuff that they're retweeting. There's a time and place for it, and it's behind closed doors.
But here's the
Trent,
thing.
you shouldn't be smut
Shame
peddling.
like the rest of us.
Trent, you shouldn't be smut peddling to our audience.
Here's the thing. The
There's
dude
laws
didn't
against that.
He didn't even sell it. He was just like, yeah, I'm still tape trading, man. I'm like, what about the fucking porn we just addressed here? DM me. I got all those impacts up to like 2009, like ignoring the whole thing about like the nothing but porn page. I'm like, all right. Like, speaking of which, I gotta get 08 and 09 from you, man. It's like, fuck. Yes, I hope I hooked up Adam and Dave the Tape Trader.
Oh, you hooked them up, all
I
right.
hooked them up for sure. It's definitely been a bangorama. Goodness.
I'll tell you, those tape trading corners, man. There's some dirty places.
So he trades porn tapes now?
No, we don't know.
He retweets porn, but he still tape trades.
I'm sure he's got a variety of interests.
Extra version.
Actually, it's very boring. All the porn on his page, you scroll down the whole Twitter, it's all black and white. Very boring.
Very boring porn.
Oh, is it like vintage porn? Wait, why are we talking? Stop talking. Stop. We've gotten way off track.
Speaking of sexy bodies,
leave it for the open forum.
Speaking of sexy bodies, the Around the Ring with David Penzer was Ethan Page.
Yeah.
This week, the body guy.
Wrestling fans love porn.
Yes, they do. It's
you're not
God. Reset button. Okay. Ethan Page. This was an amazing interview. Actually, I fucking loved it. I loved it very much.
I was very entertained to find out that Ethan Page went to wrestling school and said, "You guys suck," and basically learned wrestling by going on the road.
Yeah, dude,
that's how you do it. That's
you guys
entrepreneurship.
did nothing with your lives, and I'm out of here. Like that was it.
That's controlling your narrative. That's controlling your narrative.
The balls, and I appreciate it. Those Canucks, man.
I was blown away. I was like, this dude literally was like, he said a month later, and he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go on the road.
Verbatim, he goes, you guys haven't even done anything with your careers, so I'm out of here.
Longest reigning tag team champion. Well, that's fucking nuts.
He's on television now.
Yeah, and I bet the guys who were training for like 6 months haven't done anything. That's mind-boggling. The dude did not train. He just trained on the fly. That's fucking crazy. But that was cool. I like the interview. I love hearing these guys who are like 30 in their early 20s, early 30s, and he's like, I grew up watching TNA, and like I got to be the longest reigning tag team champion. Like I beat AMW's record. I was like, that's cool because that's the generation watching. Go ahead, Jay.
I was just saying that's crazy. That's because you don't hear a lot of people very proudly say, "I grew up watching TNA." To be honest, it's pretty rare.
Well, it's more common now. It's like with the generation now, they all grew up because they didn't have WCW. They grew up watching WWE and TNA. That was Even you even ask, like I bet even the ones up north. I mean, even the ones down south are all former up north anyway. But I'm not getting into that. But the ones up north, I'm sure, even all of them, they grew up watching the two companies. That was it. I mean, you could throw Ring of Honor into that mix too. But as far as TV went, that's what you had on TV. So this generation, this is the company they grew up on, man. So that's mine. That was pretty cool. I love hearing he was like super proud of the fact that he gets to be a part of the history, what he loved.
Absolutely.
So that was a short interview. I wish it was a little longer. Is it a part 2? Is there
It's a part 3. There's 3.
Right. 3
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, see, now that's interesting because last week when we were talking to Penzer, he mentioned that this week was supposed to be part 2 of Ace Austin.
Ace Austin, yeah.
Which we talked about last week. And It's not there, folks. It's just it was Ace turned into Ethan. It got really weird.
Wait, I get it. I get it. Wait, this makes sense now because last week's Ace Austin episode also had Don and Stryker on commentary. Now I've been back to Josh on comment. I think they just switched some tapes around for some reason, and it's like,
oh baby.
So we'll get the Ace Austin in like 3 weeks or something now. So who knows?
I mean, I hope so. I hope it's not just like like Penzer said in our interviews, the lost tapes of Ace Austin or something.
I think we'll get in a couple weeks if that's the case. They're probably switching some continuity around for some reason. Who knows? But yeah, maybe in a few weeks we have part 2 of Ace Austin. I like these though, man. I wish they were a little longer.
Yeah.
Cut out the flashback, give me a longer around the ring. That's fine.
Yeah.
Or put, the shorter version on the show and then, get a full uncut one on YouTube. Direct to traffic.
One or the other.
That'd be cool.
Something where you put a little more out.
None's good enough for Trent. Trent always wants more.
We want it all on Impact Plus, Kyle.
It just makes me wonder in the long run if someone in production is going to be accused of hanging out in the treehouse. I just, just wondering.
Absolutely. Kyle, I need new bites in here, man. I mean, you're the production guy. I mean, I need a treehouse bite.
I told you we got a lot of new stuff for Tuesday, but you said Sunday's not the bite show. But I do have a lot of new stuff I'm playing with in front of me.
Well, I need to see it in here on Tuesday.
Well, it'll be here, baby.
You got to start acting like a.
I'm
an upstanding citizen.
Like one of those.
I am an upstanding citizen, Trent.
How's your buddy John Shane doing? Have you talked to the Uncle Sure thing?
It's been a couple weeks. You reminded me. I got to give him a call. Got to touch base with good old Uncle Sure thing. Got to get him back on the show. Guy was a hoot.
I like.
A great time.
Likable guy.
Him and Papa Don. We had a great time. If anybody if you have not heard that, Trent, how long ago you think that was? I don't even remember what I had for breakfast. Was that a year ago or was that like half a year?
I think it was right at the beginning of the pandemic, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah. A couple months ago.
Quit
go back. Yeah.
Quit trying to steal my gimmick.
Hey, yeah. Well, Homer Simpson over here. But no, go check that out. Sure thing, John Shane and Papa Don. Twofers. Great show. Great interview.
Giving a couple of likes to our stuff lately. So if Papa Don's listening, thank you very much.
Yeah, we got to get him on the show. And Impact has to sign Papa Don.
The Greek God.
The Greek kid. Bill knows. If Bill co-signs him, then it's official.
When you just told us, this is a complete sidebar. I'm shocked that he never even got like a dark match, like an Xplosion.
No. He actually wrestled on an Impact or two, like in 07, 06, maybe even 05. Part of the Solution, the tag team that Sure Thing John Shane was the manager for, but Impact didn't book Sure Thing to be part of the match, but might have even wrestled AMW, to be honest. It's somewhere on YouTube. I might be able to find it by the end of this podcast. But he did wrestle about 2 matches in Impact. And because we're a bunch of schleps, we didn't talk about that on the show.
I don't know. Well, it wasn't his interview. We were talking about Sure Thing. Man.
Yeah, he was on. He came on to honor the Sure Thing.
Nice. All right. Do we want to talk about the flashbacks or?
I gotta talk about the flashback.
All right, set it up. Set up the flashback.
Well, I know J-Bone takes great pride in the flashback, but I'll just say it was Victory Road 2012 graphics, right where they need to be. Good job. It was
the graphics were right this time.
Yeah, Sting versus the heavily rumored, maybe future departing Bobby Roode, the It Factor.
Is he rumored to be getting
not the cool factor, but the It Factor?
I think the fans are doing a lot of smoke blowing. Honestly,
I hear he's been off TV for a very long time. That's what I hear.
Yeah,
doesn't seem like they have plans for him right now.
Yeah, I mean, he may be stuck in Canada because of the pandemic, doesn't it? I don't know. What the hell's that noise?
It sounded like one of Kyle's old bites a little bit.
But he's on mute.
I'm on mute, so it's not me. It's one of these.
Someone's fans going again.
Yeah.
I have seen a lot of rumors that he might come back. Or I don't know, man. It's a great match. This was the match where I watched a little bit of it. This is one where like Sting goes for the Scorpion death drop and he hits himself on the chair. I'll get into like the LOL TNA clip.
That ending is just the match is great. I was like, oh, Bobby Roode versus Sting, and this felt like early in his championship reign, because Bobby Roode had a pretty decent, pretty long championship reign, didn't he?
I feel like that bump though. Now I like look at it again. I think he did it on purpose. It was part of the story. Like I don't think he fucked up that death drop on his own head or whatever. I think he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
They played it up into the story, into the match. Like he fucked himself up, and then that's why he lost. I don't know. That's why I kept people dog that clip all the time. That it was like it's just a botch, like one of the biggest botches in TNA. But I really don't think it was a botch. Looking back at it now, I think
no, it was perfectly placed. There's no way that was a botch and Sting accidentally knocked himself unconscious. It's like he did not pull a Matt Hardy for Jiminy Christmas sake. No.
Yeah, I don't exactly. Let's not talk about that shit. That's still a hot topic, I guess. but yeah, I don't know.
Topic. We talking Ace Austin?
Yeah, well, it was last week. So you missed last week's interview, or last week. We talked about that. But yeah, I mean, that was a good on Victory Road 2012, and then the recap was Eddie Edwards and EY from last week, right? So
yeah, for the strap.
It was cool to see. That was where Swan comes in. Where I still feel he got undersold by Josh on that one. It's Rich Swan's here. It's like, what do you mean that? Oh, he just happens to be here. It's a fucking.
No, I thought that was where EY first won the championship.
No.
Swan was last week. This was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
I bet, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. That one still bothers me, by the way. The whole thing still bothers me. But yeah, that was
fresh. I think our chat agrees with you. I think you're because since I'm now the scumbag replacement.
Jealous for going on the Impact show.
And I'm also the Josh apologist, I believe, as well. So
that's true. I think you're the one who likes Josh. You know, you definitely don't want to see us growing.
I do have a Go T-shirt somewhere. So
you do own the one guy you bought.
I don't hate Josh. I just feel like sometimes he gets like confused about what he's supposed to be portraying. Like, oh, you should be excited. So here, let me undersell this. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like, and I think Josh is a fantastic part of that team.
Yes.
I feel like there's certain moments where it's like, I need him to get out of his head that he knows what's going to happen because he does, and remember that we don't. So
yes. So better explained.
Yeah, sell it to me like that. Like really pull that Tenay style where you're like you're fucking shocked because you don't know either kind of thing. That's what I want to say. And this is not dogging him because the guy's a great like stable guy in the commentary. But I think him and Madison play off. Like Madison's been amazing with him.
I love them together doing commentary.
I think she brings out the best in him, to be honest.
Yes.
I think she really has brought a lot out of it. But it's just some things like this. I want him to really just turn it up. I get it. It might be hard. You're doing pre-tape. You're not actually there live. But still, I need you. I'm looking to you as the storyteller to narrate this for me, and that's why I just want more out of that. That's all.
They play off each other great. They really do. And it doesn't sound like she's struggling like other commentators. And not to knock other women commentators, but hers flows so naturally.
She's gotten very comfortable.
Very much.
Yeah, she does. She doesn't.
Madison and Josh are perfect. They have like the greatest chemistry ever. You would think that they're married. You would think.
You would think.
That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
Amazing chemistry.
Let me just say this. I wouldn't be opposed if they added a third person to the dynamic.
Now that I agree with.
But Matt Stryker would be my choice over Don Callis.
Oh, what does Don do?
Matt?
No,
Don.
nothing. I just don't like the flip-flop heel gimmick, and he just does that too much. That's all. That's the only complaint. Otherwise, I like him.
Yeah, I'm with Alicia on that one.
Flip-flop.
I think he's a little too back and forth. Like you're gonna be a heel commentator, go full heel. Like I'm talking, Heenan was always with the heel.
You know? That's what we need. We need a Heenan.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a Heenan.
Or Ventura, where it's like no matter what the guy does, he's with the heel. He justifies the heel for you. He talks like a.
I think if Don Callis changed his direction and stuck in that way, I think he could do that job better than anybody. Personally, that's just my opinion.
I agree.
I think
golden.
Gold, Jerry, gold.
Gold, Jerry. It's gold.
Gold.
Fucking Banya, son of a bitch. Catching his meal as a soup. Anybody? Seinfeld fans?
Oh,
That's right.
Gotta get those in there. Those Seinfeld references.
Let me tell you about Ovaltine, Trent.
Roundtine, huh? I call it round.
Bosco.
The whole thing is round. I mean, it's in a round container. It's Roundtine. All right.
Bill loves that Bosco.
Bosco. That's a very East Coast. Bosco. All right. We covered Xplosion. Let's open it up. What topics do we want to talk about? Let's kick it out, guys. Get your topics out there. What do you guys want to discuss? What do you want to rant on? Anything you guys got? Let's do that for the last stretch.
I wanna discuss some wrestling that happened this weekend.
Go ahead.
All right, so for anyone who follows Impact closely, you know there's a bunch of people from Impact on this last Warrior Wrestling show. I'm sorry, I was trying to look up something while I was live here. And now I can't find it. I had it earlier.
Watching Trent's porns during the podcast, you heathen. You heathen.
No, I'm trying to find that Pitter I'm trying to find that Pitter twage again. I mean,
He
the Twitter
wants
page
to
again.
Trade tapes.
Yeah. I'm trying to do some tape dating over here.
This is the Put Yourself Over show. Hakeem Fullerton in the chat wants to know. So did anyone in the chat read the new Impact article I published yesterday? Well, post it, Hakeem, and everyone will read it.
I want to start a little sideshow about some of his articles. He's got some good articles.
Oh, yes.
He won't come on the show. I said, why don't you come on and talk about it?
He's a fake wrestling news journalist with integrity. We need more people like Hakeem Fullerton.
He's got some great articles.
There you
go.
Yeah.
All right, so this Warrior Stadium series, this Warrior Wrestling Stadium series that started this last wrestling Phantom. What are you doing?
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I don't care if you put that in there. But I watched it last night, and it was a great example of a company doing indie wrestling right in these COVID times. It was done on the football field. Everybody was like 10 feet apart. And then they went like all the way, went one way, went all the way down the field. There was people in the bleachers all spread out real nice. So there were several hundred people there. And it was nice to have that real live crowd feel. Now, I saw a clip, and I'm going to throw a little shade on a local wrestling, and I might get a little flack online for this. I don't know if anybody from a local area
J-Bone the Cowboy
watches
lately
this.
just gunning.
Go ahead, J-Bone.
Well, it's I'm shooting here. It's fucking embarrassing is what it is. Absolutely. And it's a complete opposite of what I saw last night. So someone from Brew City Wrestling, whoever runs social media, it's Frankie DeFalco, the guy who owns it, whatever, put up number one. It's on TikTok, which is like Jiminy Christmas. Really, TikTok? Okay. Just take
okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer. Everyone's on TikTok, Boomer. Everyone's on TikTok.
Yeah, and it's creepy.
No, it's social media. You know about Rat and Motley Crue, Jay. You don't know nothing about TikTok.
No, I buy Tic Tacs and I put them in my mouth. Anyways,
Jesus, cut it.
That's what she said.
I think, oh yeah, it is because I put Tic Tacs in my mouth right before I see them. Mama. Anyways,
whoa!
All right, so
God.
All right, so this clip was a perfect example. Oh, he's got the stapler. Yeah,
I fucking knew Jack, you motherfucker. You bring up my mother again. I will fucking staple that bandana to your fucking forehead.
Kyle's going from the backyard to the death match.
Natural born killer just starts playing.
I love it. All right,
Jay Boomer.
Jay Boomer.
Okay,
Boomer.
Why these heads are on TikTok?
Jay Boomer.
When the hell did this candy become a music thing? I'm so fucking confused. Anyways.
All right, go on, finish this.
All right, so he shared footage of it was basically in a little like a little mini bingo hall, one of these little Knights of Columbus halls, okay?
Yeah.
Like so many indies do. But everybody was sitting right next to each other. Nobody had, oh no, wait, let me correct myself. There was one person in the entire room that I saw in this little clip video that showed the entire span of the room. One person had a mask on. You know who that person was? It was the guy taking pictures at ringside.
Fuck.
You want to know why Wisconsin is so fucked up in the numbers? Oh, look, Wisconsin had another 1,500 today that are, and a quarter of them are going to die. Well, gee, I wonder the fuck why. Put a fucking mask on, you fucking morons, and learn how to run your fucking companies.
Wear your mask.
Goddamn people, seriously.
Holy shit. Everybody put their mask on right now before he kills us. Fuck.
I'd like to go out in public one of these days. I went shopping. It's the first day I went shopping in a few weeks. This is the reason why Wisconsin is tanking in the numbers, because nobody gives a shit. You're so ignorant to the fact. Just wear a mask, and guess what? We're going to get through this. But it's because of companies like Brew City Wrestling and other people that apparently attended and don't give a shit. So they're not doing temperature checks at the door. It's a law in Wisconsin. You have to wear a mask. Guess what? Somebody's getting fined.
That's shitty. That's so shitty.
No one gives a shit. Someone's getting fined. Brew City Wrestling. I mean, gee, wouldn't that? Here's a shoot. Wouldn't it suck if somebody called somebody about Brew City Wrestling?
Shit, man.
Oh, wow, that would really fucking suck, wouldn't that, Frankie?
We got heat. We got heat. Oh man, this is good. Controversy creates cash.
Where's the shots fired?
Snitch ass Jay.
I would say this, from what I understand, Warrior.
I don't want to attend that bullshit company anyways. If that's the way they run it,
Warrior Wrestling. Warrior was doing temp checks. They had everybody's space on. I really appreciated this too. If you were there with a bunch of people, they put like a cone at where your seat was, and then they coned another, like the next person over, so you knew where your range was. So if you're in your little hub, you could take your mask off, obviously, but like if you were going to leave your coned area, you had to mask up and go to like concessions or whatever. I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool. Now, Warrior, I do know Steve, who runs Warrior. He's a super nice dude. He's the principal of Marion Catholic High School. He is a Catholic school principal. He's a trained priest. It's super young guy. He's like around our age and young guy, but they did it right. They do have a football field at their disposal, which doesn't hurt. Having a huge football field and bleachers, so they were able to have the space to do it properly. But I agree with you, Jay. This you showed us the clip of that Brew City thing. It's like, man, they not even to enforce it. Just for the sake of looking good right now, kind of shocked me, But
it's so embarrassing. It's like, what are you doing? You're not cool. You're not hip.
But that said, Kylie did beat a returning Tessa Blanchard for the Warrior Women's title last night. So Kylie is their champion.
So this first, did Tessa get booed out of the freaking stadium?
Did she? Okay, this is what I want to know. Let's talk about this. They didn't advertise her. They alluded to her by calling it Diamond versus Kylie or whatever. They didn't put her name out on any of the pros posts, which is fucking weird. Because like they were as badly as like they didn't want the heat. So because she had to come in and drop the belt, I guess. But like, did she get booed? Like, did the audience boo the shit out of her? Is that what it was?
Oh yeah. And she healed it up. She was, she wasn't. And we talked about what she did with was that Zello Pro in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Where she was like, just going like, wah! Just frothing at the mouth and screaming at her. She wasn't that batshit crazy at Kylie this time, but they had a great match.
Yeah, that's.
I'm sure they did. It just is a shame.
Yeah, I've lost all respect for Tessa Blanchard. I just don't care about her anymore. To put it that way.
Well,
I just don't care about her. So. But damn, J-Bone, you scared the audience over here, man. Fuck, that shoot interview by J-Bone. Shooting.
I try to keep it. I take pride in being one of the most. I don't have to be, obnoxious like Cronin or JD from wherever the fuck he is. I just try to be real,
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, what else you guys want to talk about? What other topics we got here? J-Bone is a Karen.
he's just bitching, just ripping on people, places, things.
I gotta
That's
say
just
that.
a Karen. He's been cooped up in the house for too long. He's getting nasty.
Jay, I got it. This one made me laugh. Just
Karen.
Jay Boomer and King Karen. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble. My God,
Jay Boomer is a potential T-shirt.
Jay Boomer.
I gotta find a wig.
Wait, we do need a Jay Boomer T-shirt. I'm fucking serious. I'm totally serious. This has to happen.
Wait, with me,
Oh God, I'm crying. I'm fucking crying. That was amazing.
I think you're still taking entries for that T-shirt, right, Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle, people want the Tessa shirt, man.
Well, after that weekend at Bill's, I think that shirt's out of commission. To clean up the mess, you know.
Mike, got it.
What? What? I spilled coffee on the floor. You sick fuck.
Got you. Woo.
Fucking animal.
All right.
What do you think I am? I don't kiss and tell.
All right. So what else? What else you guys want to talk about? No topics? Nobody's busting any topics out today. What's going on?
Oh, here's a tiny bit of news.
Boomer brother.
Adam's a boomer.
Impact just dropped Kiera Hogan's new. Tasha Steelz was released last week. This week, Kiera Hogan's new theme and video was released on Impact Wrestling's YouTube. They complement each other. They really do.
It's the same one that she's had, right? For a little bit now. That same one she's been using.
No, it's different.
Oh, new one now. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Cool. Which is good because she needs that. She's been trying to step out of, just to, I think, get noticed more. I mean, she had kind of a rough year towards the end of last year.
Yeah.
This year's been hard enough, but now that she's got Tasha Steelz by her side,
now
I feel like they're gonna totally help each other grow.
Here's a question for us. Who should be the next TNA Hall of Famer? I mean, we know it's Shamrock this year, right? They're still going to do that, I think. If we had to pick one after Shamrock, who do we say?
Oh, I got a perfect name.
Good.
Especially after. By the way, I just want to thank Truck for doing a little watch along in the Discord. So another reason for people to join the Discord, because he did a watch along for the upcoming one that we're going to review this coming Thursday.
He bangs for the gang.
Bangs for the gang, baby.
Every time.
Truck's a good guy. Yeah. We had a couple people in there. It wasn't like a big turnout, but it was just nice. We get a couple more people every week. Trinity, either Trinity or the other, who I would say is one of the first actual knockouts in the company. Either Trinity or Alexis LeRae, a.k.a. Mickie James.
Nice.
Would love to see it. I mean, I don't know how long Mickie James is on her contract or anything like that. But, man, seriously, after you watch this next episode, you'll completely understand why I picked these two ladies.
They had a banger a couple weeks ago on Throwback we saw, but they Trinity's fuck. I'm like reliving Trinity now. I'm like, holy fuck, this chick was so ahead of her time. Like, she is the official, first in-ring knockout ever. I still like Goldie's actually the OG, knockout. But as far as in-ring goes, it's Trinity, no doubt.
I got two words for you. Trinity versus Kid Cash.
Oh, that's coming up, huh? Damn, that was.
Oh wait, that's more than 2 words. Never mind.
All right, enough out of you. Enough out of you. God damn it. I was gonna say Tenay. I'm not opposed to Trinity either. That's a good pick, man. Somebody different from the older era. A lot of Tenay talk recently, like that little Velvet stirred that combo up and got Tenay to even log in on Twitter, because I think somebody texted him and was like, "Hey man, there's 1,000 mentions of you and you're trending right now on Twitter. Can you want to log in and say what's up?" So he did. So that was pretty cool. Man, I would say Tenay definitely deserves to be in though, for sure. I think I got to give it to him if I had to pick one. What about you, Bill?
Good choices. Obviously, depending on contracts and stuff like that, AJ would be near the top of the list whenever that's a possibility. But without that, I'd say Father James Mitchell.
Yes, that's a good one too, man. Jim Mitchell, for sure. Who booked Kyle? We need the who booked this shit soundbite in here. That's when we
We need
definitely
it back. We're returning it. Return it.
Why did that one get taken out? I still don't have an answer.
Because Jay deleted all of them because he got scared.
Oh my
He
god.
got scared. He pissed himself. We got a copyright strike, and he broke all my toys like a big brother. He went in my toy box with a hammer and broke them all.
You guys ever see that video of like a dad who like drives over his son's like PS3 games with a lawnmower? And like he's like, I'm sick of you playing this shit. And he like just fucking lawnmowers over him.
Jay Boomer on the weekend with this
Jay
kid.
Boomer. Jay Boomer, man, just driving over the kids' fucking games. What about you, Alicia? Who would you throw in the Hall of Fame if you had a choice?
Oh, that's a tough one.
So choose them.
No.
I
I mean, the beautiful people would definitely be without saying. Honestly, there's so many people. I'm drawing a blank right now. Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, wow, that'd be nice. Yeah, sure. Her run's forgotten a little bit, man. Like she was there for a long.
America's Most Wanted.
AXSTV. She was the OG.
She was the OG manager for them.
She sure was. Then she managed Storm solo. Then she managed Jeff Jarrett for a little bit too, didn't she? Like
yes.
I thought she did. I want to say she did.
Either her or Tara.
Tara's a good one too, man. She got left out of everything.
Everything.
That sucks.
She had one of the most sickest finishing moves in the world.
I love her finish.
To this day, still one of the best finishers, hands down.
Yes.
The Widow's Peak.
That was a good move, man. That was definitely a great move. She's been left out everywhere. I'm surprised even up north they didn't throw her in. Like she's got some weird heat. I don't know what it is. Like I used to be pretty tight with her when she had the restaurant here. I was there all the time. But she moved back to Cali. So I haven't talked to her in a long time, but I don't know if it's some kind of weird heat that they got. Like there was all these stories where she got escorted out of shows. Like she showed up to like hang out and they're like, you're not allowed in here, and kicked her out.
I heard that. That's so weird.
Yeah. Like she's been kicked out of locker rooms. Like
she's friends with everybody. So it's weird.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's something above us. So I don't know. It's really, really odd.
I know her and Gail went back and forth between companies a couple times. And that's not a knock on them. It's just something that they did. So I don't know if one of those last times somebody did something and went like one of them, I don't remember if it was, this is actually kind of funny. I don't remember if it was Gail or Victoria or Tara, whatever you want to call her. In their last match in the E, it was like a battle royal.
Gail,
and she eliminated herself and then
out.
left or something.
Yeah, that's how she quit. Is she eliminated herself and walked back up the ramp and left.
I think that's friggin' hilarious. It's
that's
like, wait,
awesome.
Wait, who wrote that? Did you book that? I didn't book that. Did you book that? Shit, where did she go?
They probably lost their shit.
We missed it again.
It was weird. It was weird to me that she Gail went back for that 1 year. Remember that? Like in the middle of that TNA run, like she went back up north for like a year.
That was when she did it. She went back, and then she was in that battle. That's what it resorted to, is her being in a battle royale with a bunch of, divas, and she was like, "Fuck this shit," and eliminated herself.
Yeah, she said when she came back, they were like, "What happened?" And she's like, "Nothing. That was bullshit." And they're like, "You just eliminate yourself?" She's like, "Yeah, that was it."
Yeah,
she quit.
No complaints. We treated her like the queen she is in Impact. So
yeah, she definitely came back home, and she's awesome to the brand. Like she loves the company. So definitely, Gail is our
she's
girl.
helping that women's locker room right now is one of the top ones around right now. It's so good.
Yeah.
And she's to thank for a lot of it. I think you really got to put her name in that list of why it's so good right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gail's a huge part of that, man. So good for. I think she was definitely agenting on the last tapings too. So it shows. So good stuff, man. What else we got? Any other couple questions before we cut out for the day? What do we got here? Anything else? You guys see any questions? Pop them up if you see them in the chat. Nobody's really throwing any topics at us today. So all right, here we go. What's been the biggest misstep of the Callis D'Amour era, man? I guess it was with good intentions, but I'm gonna say the Tessa debacle is gonna be the biggest misstep to me. I think it had the right intention if everything maybe worked out, but that to me was the biggest misstep. I think it didn't work. It didn't have the legs it needed to in the long run. So, let's go in order here. Let's say, what do you think, Alicia? Biggest misstep of the.
I'm gonna agree with you, but my whole thing was them stripping the belt off Sammy and giving him a short title run.
Sucked. Totally
and putting
sucked.
him at the back of the line again. Granted, whatever he touches is gold, so I can't complain too much, but he deserves to be top of that company.
Yeah, agreed. He definitely should have been in a longer Sammy run. Looking back at it, I'm like, what was a rush to do it at Hard to Kill? They could have maybe built. Why not have built it up to Rebellion then, for example? Why did we rush to put it at Hard to Kill? You could have had Sammy just retain it for some, whoever. I don't know. I mean, hindsight's 2020. I just don't. Now I'm like, man, we really didn't need to rush it that fast. But I know they were looking to start the year off and, kind of make an impact, so to speak. So, what do you think, Kyle? Biggest misstep of the Callis Demore era?
Put me on the hot seat like that?
Yeah, well, I gave you like 4 minutes to prep for that question.
I know. That's a tough question, misstep, not securing and keeping LAX. That's what I'm going to put out. That's me. I feel like they were just built up to carry the company for a long time, and then at the top of their game, they were just taken away. I feel like they should have got more money thrown at them maybe to make them stay, because I feel like money talks in the wrestling industry, but who knows? If you ask them, they might have were going to leave regardless. So, but yeah, that's it. But I think the more Callis era has been gold, Jerry Gold. There's really no complaints for me.
Yeah,
companies are a beautiful place. We're on AXS TV.
That's the best part.
It is, yeah.
They celebrated a year on Access yesterday, I think, was it? A year? Yeah.
So that was Windsor. That was their last Canada. That's where Sammy won the belt.
Yeah.
Yes, that was in.
I would say going dating back a little before that, I think where it got a little crazy, and I know a lot of people would say Aries, but I don't blame Scott D'Amore for that. I blame Aries for that. Honestly, I would.
What the fuck was that?
The question is, does everyone have a shots fired, or is that just Jay?
I'm sitting here quiet for like 10 minutes, and nobody's like, "Why is Kyle so quiet?" I'm up to evil. I'm making sound bites over here.
That was pretty good.
I'm live on air making sound bites.
That video that goes with it was amazing.
Because he's sipping the tea, except it's a beer, Jay with the tea.
Oh, Jay Boomer and his tea shooting shots.
Drinking Boomer beer too, nothing good. No IPA, no IPA, just the Milwaukee trash, just the trash.
It's not Duff beer, it's Boom beer.
It's like Boomer beer.
No, I would say, because I know fans were very, here's that word, critical of how Brian Cage's run was, and he got injured, and I know a lot of people wanted him stripped. And something, I'd say it would have been that one. I wish they would have pulled the trigger on that one a little quicker. He held a title tournament, something. I feel bad for Cage, but I don't feel bad for Cage. It's just, it's like he hurt himself at a. What's that word you like to word? You like to say, Trent? What is that one?
Wonky?
A shindy.
A shindy.
Shindy.
Shindy. Shitty indie is what that stands for.
And
I could go for a nice shindy hot dog and pretzel. Right now. If you go at the very end towards the main event, they give you a free pretzel. Hard as a rock, you bang it on the table, but a little mustard.
Well, that's why you dip it in your warm beer.
I got cake after a wrestling event once, and that was pretty cool.
Very nice.
Cake.
Very nice.
Birthday cake.
Yeah, it was like a giant buttercream sheet cake.
Damn, that doesn't sound good right now.
It was good.
Can't be eating that stuff. That does sound good.
Good one from Gary. They had Eddie Kingston in their hands. Could have done anything with him. They let
know.
That's a blow.
Instead, they had him run over a kid.
Yeah. And now he's shining on. Now he's shining on someone else's TV show. He could have been on Impact. So that's a misstep.
Yeah,
And he's awesome. No
Yeah.
complaints, man.
We had him. Fuck.
I'd love to know, like, why. I don't know. I'm sure that obviously the people on the inside know why. Something.
Same thing with Eli Drake. You don't know what happened.
Yeah.
These guys could be assholes. We don't know them. We just like them on TV. You never know.
We only hear one
You can't
side.
always blame the company. Guy could be an asshole. You never know.
Yeah.
They only hear one side. Who's been the last best world champion the last 5 years? That's a hell of a range. 5 years. Impact. That's a nice
range. Wow.
5 years is a big range, Adam. I don't know, man. 5 years. There's been, man. I think Sammy could have been the best had he got the longer run. I think he was about to really fucking peak if he got to go like nearly a year.
Potential.
If not Sammy, I don't say Cage. Johnny was a decent champion. I'll give Johnny this. He was a strong. He was
of
out
their
there.
era, the current administration.
Yeah, he was a solid champion. He definitely did his work. I'm not gonna say he didn't bust his ass for the company. What do you got? What do you got, Bill?
He's gonna stand up for professional wrestling.
Drew Galloway.
Okay.
He was a good
He
champion.
took it around the world. He took it around the world. That's
right. He did. He took it to like 7 or 8 countries at one point.
Yeah,
dude,
so
he did.
I think that was probably in the plans for maybe some other guys too, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
So for what he was able to accomplish, I got to give it to him. He had a pretty good run.
That's a good run, man. I'll give it to you. Lashley was a good champ too.
Lashley was too. That era, that reign of those champions right there. That was a strong main event scene.
They at least, like, despite some of the turmoil going through the company, like management wise, they kept the champions real strong during that time. That's pretty cool, man. You get some good shit going on. So good, kudos to them. I'm gonna go with those two. If you got anybody else has anything different, I like those guys. Those are good picks for sure. What else we got in here? Let's get a couple more before we take
Aries
off.
was. I mean, opinions aside of how he left the company, I'd say Aries was damn good.
Yeah,
the Belt Collector was a good gimmick, but that ending just killed it.
That's the thing. It was a great
I would get that show.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
you
me too.
flipped off Callus and then like storms out. And no sold the ending. I mean, like everything up to that point,
Dude,
I'd say Aries was gold.
Me and my buddy Cody were in the front row, and we just looked at each other like, "What just happened? What did we just see?"
That's normally
Like,
what happens when it happens like that.
but it was a strange experience. It was like this amazing show, and then we just walked out confused. Like it took away from the entire.
It took away from the whole show. That's
question marks. Like, what is going on?
Well, they showed that what happened backstage as soon as he got backstage, and that was even more.
Yeah, it's on the documentary. It's on the little documentary. It's on Impact Plus, I believe, that documentary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was weird, kind of awkward at the end. I just remember being front row and hearing when they were great. You could see how the match starts off really weird because they're trying to like shoot on each other, and I heard Aries go. He's like, "You want?"
It was stiff as hell.
Well, yeah, Aries like, "You want to shoot or work?" He's like, "I'll fuck you up right now." I literally heard him say, "You want to shoot or work? Because I'll fuck you up right now." I'm like, "Oh fuck." Like, this is real. I'm like, holy shit, what's going on here, man? So it was.
Yeah, they were wailing on each other. Those moves in the first couple minutes were pretty damn stiff, and I loved it. I was like, holy shit, these guys are going Japan on each other.
Going Japan.
Lo and behold.
Yeah, for real.
10 stars.
We had 10-star match. Fuck. Who do you think will be Eric Young's biggest challenger for the title coming up? I'm going Rich Swann, man. I think they're building the Rich Swann. It's going to be Rich.
When you bring up Eric Young, I have to say it's got to be Rich Swann. I think they're leading to that. But I've been thinking about this since Tuesday Night's Impact.
Mm-hmm.
People are always bitching about Tommy Dreamer coming on the show. But I got to say, they had the perfect story to use him and bring him in. Because I, for one, always say he's like the current, Terry Funk to Impact Wrestling. But they had an amazing story because you see a woman about to get pile-driven, and then Tommy comes to save her, and not just to save her, it's personal to him because he says he has to wake up next to Beulah every morning and feel and deal with the damage that he gave to her, and it's just something else. I thought it was a perfect way to use him, and a hell of a match to cap that little. It was a great episode.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
I do. I think it made sense. I know people really get angry about Tommy wrestling.
I love him, man. He's the Terry Funk for our company.
It is.
Thank you. Yes, exactly what he said.
Yeah, what he said. No, I'm
Beulah.
with it. There's a great interview with Tommy. Tommy interviewing Beulah on his House of Hardcore podcast. It's actually really good. And like, it's cool to hear Beulah after this long. I'm like, holy shit, we haven't heard from Beulah in fucking years. So she's super cool. Still, I highly recommend everybody check that out. That was a cool interview he did.
How about those Motor City machine guns, though?
They beat the North. They beat the North.
That's a good one.
These latest editions are pretty good. We're like workshopping them.
I'm live making these, so keep talking. More will pop up.
This is great. I am a big fan of this though. The J gun. This is fucking ridiculous.
Drinking a beer, looking around.
I just like, hello.
That's pretty good. You had to do some searching for that one because I haven't had a beer in a while.
Okay, yeah. Hey, Fabe, right?
Oh man, what do we got here? What's this T-shirt? She's hardcore.
Oh, no, that's same. I saw. Let's see who grabbed that. Aaron Jack.
She is hardcore.
Yes.
Right.
Worst stable. Let's do a few more and we'll call it. Worst stable in Impact history. Man. Worst stable? Fuck.
Let's see. What was the one?
Serotonin.
No, I love Serotonin. Anything with Raven is great. Anything with Raven is good.
I love the Ravens. I like any. Yeah, I gotta.
I love that.
Yeah.
He was in,
I love every incarnation of Raven's flock there ever was, except Serotonin.
Oh, I disagree.
I
was in like
and
7th grade
Bentley-
eating it up, though. I was in 7th grade and I ate up anything at that point. I haven't watched it since.
And look at the pictures of them now, dude. Matt Bentley looks like just an 80s glam star. It's just terrible.
It was very cool when I was 13, Alicia, all right?
Kaz is the only one who looked semi okay out of that whole situation.
Man, people saying DCC World Elite.
Oh, worst of all time Impact history. I got a real banger for you. No one's gonna see this coming. This is my opinion. Aces and Eights. Total cheesy Sons of Anarchy bullshit.
It was
total garbage, and it just got worse and worse and worse. Garbage,
right? Because didn't that start out
with? I think the highlights were great. The mid card and low card of that went nowhere.
And Sons of Anarchy sucks too, for the record. The Sopranos,
come on,
Sopranos,
dude.
much better show. Sopranos.
I love Sons of Anarchy, man.
Jack sucks. Aces and Eights sucks. Worst Impact stable ever. Ever. Worst Impact stable ever.
You know what it was?
I hope Hell's Angels never comes to your neighborhood.
I didn't say anything about them. I was talking about Bully Ray dressing up like a fucking Sons of Anarchy Halloween costume. Bullshit.
I'm just saying they got friends. You know?
Let's hear it in the chat. Let's hear it.
I'm curious what people think about that. Because it's such a beloved stable, but I see where the cheesiness comes in too.
Sons of Anarchy bullshit. That's what I took it as.
Did most of them even ride bikes?
No.
That's what I always thought was weird. It's a biker gang that doesn't ride bikes. It's like those guys in the South Park episode, just like.
There's one shot where they came into riding bikes, but everybody was masked, so it might not have even been them.
It wasn't them.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. Interesting. Yeah, some people agree with you though, Kyle. People do agree. That was not a
people like the novelty, but think about it. What do you really remember from that other than they were a biker gang and Brooke Hogan was involved at some point?
Anything involving Hogan, Bischoff, not for me. That's where I check out. I don't like that era.
Interesting, man.
Although I did like Brooke Tessmacher's heel persona during that whole thing. I like when they brought her in to replace Brooke.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Brooke.
Like I said, the highlights were fun, but like anything involving the mid card kind of didn't do a whole heck of a lot to back up the toughness of it. Like they did hits, but as far as like expanding, like they should have had the lower to mid card get some tag titles to make it mean a little more, or get it maybe one of the smaller guys to get the X Division champion. You know, just
they know that they just got jobs.
Yeah,
that's true. They
If
really
it
didn't do
wasn't them
anything.
doing like mass, like you're saying, hit jobs, if they weren't all ganging up, then they all lost individually.
That's a good point. Now that we talk about it, like the rest of them didn't really do anything. Man, just bully Ray. That was it.
It was just a numbers game.
I think you got to include cancel culture, especially as far as recently.
Yeah, that was a disaster.
Can we just like not acknowledge that ever? Cancel
Yeah.
culture, like
cancel
period.
culture?
I mean, the irony,
Like-
they're canceled. Cancel culture got canceled.
It's such an awkward period.
Was RVD and his two girlfriends, his wife and girlfriend, in the hot tub stable?
Yes.
Was it considered a
They're
stable?
the new menagerie.
I wouldn't call that a very stable thing. I'm just
Called the Twitch banners. Fuck. I don't know, man. Yeah, I gotta say, cancel culture probably the worst. Fuck. You got me thinking about Ace and Eight stuff. I mean, as over as they were, like how good was it really? Right? Fuck. Kyle.
What was over? Were the top names that were in the group? Everything else was.
Yeah, but you're right. Though. They should have like gotten a tag run. Like one of the lower guys should have gotten an X tag. Like something. Like,
what's the other one? Devon had the TV, right? Or the
Devon
Glow, whatever. I think it was TV at the time.
TV at the time, yeah. That was it. That's all they did. They really didn't dominate anything other than the world title, which was great. Like the way Bully did it was fantastic. But fuck, man, yeah, the rest of it kind of was like, whatever.
Yeah.
But they were fucking over. But you know what? Timing, right? It came out right at the height of popularity. Those t-shirts. So like, man, Acropolis is saying any stable with Bischoff's son, it has to be the worst.
No love for TV.
I didn't know who he was before, during, or after.
He was what was his referee name? He had a different.
I was about to say that's the one. You got to go with the referee name.
Anybody remember his referee name in the chat? It was God, I forgot it. Jackson James, is that right?
Yes,
Jackson James.
I think I have an autographed picture of him somewhere.
Do you really? I think it was Jackson James. And then he became Garrett Bischoff, and then he was teaming with Wes Briscoe, and Wes Briscoe who was petitioning for a job in Impact again. And I'm like,
when he saw the Aces and Eights coming back,
yeah,
Do they even wrestle still?
I guess they
I
still
know
do
Wes
indies.
does.
Yeah. I think he does.
even has his own podcast.
Wes Briscoe?
Yeah.
Talking to what? He's like a big surfer. I know that.
Yeah, he brings a few of his wrestling friends on the show from time to
Wait.
time.
Did you say surfer? KL knows all about surfing.
Yeah, what's that banner behind you, Kyle? What do we got there? Surf and skate, huh? What's the story behind that banner?
That little concert shit?
Well, Trent, I'm glad you asked. This is the Rick's Surf and Skate Shop. Rick's Action Sports was a skate and surf shop in my neighborhood for like 30 years. And when the guy died and they ripped the building down, Scumbag went over to the dumpster, and I had to keep a piece of memorabilia. So I bought all my skateboards from Rick's. So of course, I keep it in the garage. Where else am I going to put it? I couldn't let Rick's die. Couldn't let Rick's die. It's a good story.
Like it. Looks good. It looks good. It's a good background.
That's the first time I've climbed into a dumpster, by the way, to recover something.
Yeah, it was Jackson James. I was right. Fuck. I don't know how I remember that, but
that's funny.
I'm going to do one more question and we call it. It's Sunday night. People got to go to work tomorrow and shit. All right, we'll do one more question.
Oh, speak for yourself, Trent.
Yeah, no, you don't. Don't you work anymore? What happened?
No, me and Bill are doing the hit and run in about 2 hours. We're going live at 4 a.m. So you can.
Bill hasn't slept in like days.
We're doing the hit and run, and Bill's gonna drink a Red Bull.
Are you committed to this, Bill?
Bill's gonna drink a Red Bull. Bill's gonna do whatever he's got to do, and he's gonna
drink about 4 of these.
Oh shit!
The zero will not cut it. I might have to change it up.
Fuck. All right. Well, I got one more question. Let's get one more in, then we'll call it a day.
I got one up on the screen, dude.
What do you got? Oh, my bad. Best knockouts champion of all time, not named Gail Kim Irvine. Oh shit! All right. Best who's not Gail Kim, huh?
Taylor Wilde.
Taylor Wilde. All right, we got one in for Taylor. Who's most likely going to come back at some point? It seems like. It just seems like this is.
I hope. Damn, she's awesome.
Too. She's got a podcast too.
She does. I heard it's pretty decent. She's got some good guests, I guess, on her. So
just during the knockouts era or all of TNA?
All TNA. All TNA. Best knockouts champion. Yeah, that's a good question. Taylor Wilde from Alicia. Go ahead, Jay. What do you got?
Oh man, that's tough.
It's a tough one. That's a real tough one.
Well, you wanted to put one in the Hall of Fame earlier.
Yeah, that's true. I think she never won the Knockouts title though. Cherney never had the belt.
Oh no, not her. The other one.
Oh, you're talking about Mickey James. Yeah, Mickey James absolutely has to be in the. I'd say another one right along.
Hardcore Country
would be Tara, Victoria, whatever. I'm not sure what they called her in TNA.
Tara. Yeah, she was Tara. She was good too. Actually, she had a good run.
Trent's father's favorite wrestler.
My dad thought she was just absolutely gorgeous. He's like, nah, she like he would. I'd be watching Impact. He'd walk in and be like, nah, she's beautiful. Look at her.
How was a horn dog?
So
that's funny you mentioned that because I remember being a young scumbag, and I used to pop some what?
Whoa!
Bikini posters.
No, you're talking Pizzles for a second.
Oh no! Come on, that's
Pizzles?
coming. Jiminy Christmas.
My
I used to pop some bikini posters out of some magazines and stick them up on my wall.
Oh God, yeah, natural adhesive.
One of them. Oh no! See, you're nasty. One of them back in the day was Trish Stratus, and another one was.
You were like 35 when Trish Stratus came out. What? He wasn't a teenager. You had Tony Katane on your wall as a teenager.
It was last year.
You were in your dirty 30s when Trish was a thing.
It was last week, yeah. No, and one of them was Tara. I remember having a bikini poster of Tara on my wall because she was a model before she became a wrestler.
She's muscle and fitness, yeah.
But she became a damn good wrestler, just like Trish.
She's a fantastic wrestler, yeah.
She wasn't just a pretty face. She busted her ass and became one of the best back 20 whatever years ago.
Yeah.
And it was just funny. When Tara became a wrestler and was in the ring, all of a sudden one day I'm watching her in the ring and I don't know what she did, but something clicked and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. She was on my wall once. It was just
she's good, man. She was real good. I thought she from one of those people that transitioned from one position or like one industry to another randomly, no background wrestling. She got it. She got it fast too. But she was cool, man. She was super cool. Like I said, she had the restaurant here. We used to go hang out every Thursday for Impact, every single Thursday.
Butters, I'm not going to
Jay Boomer.
I'm not gonna confirm or deny that, okay?
The comment for the audio listeners is Jay Boomer had photos of a young Mae Young on his wall.
Oh God.
Pathetic.
She was a beautiful woman in her heyday.
She was.
She was. I think somebody's probably claiming more around the time that Bully put her through a table.
Oh, when she gave birth to a hand.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Jay Boomer's more of a moolah man.
Who else is a great knockout? Mickey was a good knockouts champion too. She was fun, man.
Eric Young was the best knockouts champion. You kidding?
He was knockouts tag team champion.
Someone said ODB, and I love ODB.
I see Angelina Love in there too.
How could you not?
Yeah, I love ODB, man. She's cool.
I apologize. I don't have anything to ban.
Bam! Well, yeah. I almost fell for it.
All right, cool. That was a good one. I like that question. All right, let's wrap up. We're at an hour and a half. Let's start wrapping this up, guys. It's Sunday night. All right, that was it, guys. The Impact Plus Weekly for the week. You know what? If you guys want to keep this going, let's go to the Discord. Throw the topics in the Discord. We'll chat about them throughout the week in the Discord too, if you want. So toss them in there.
Is in the description.
There you go. Invite's in the description. I'll get it from there. All right, let's get to our plugs in here. Alicia, where can people follow you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Alicia B. Hakey, all one word.
Very nice. Bill, the Instagram is going now. Where can they connect?
It is kicked off. They can have my name at William M. Gardner, Gardner.
Very nice.
Don't forget to plug the OnlyFans too, Bill.
The OnlyFans starting.
They're wearing nothing but the moose vest.
Settle down.
I'm promoting you like down west. I'm plugging you. Helping you out.
What a scumbag. Brian's made some quick commands. So you just type in the exclamation point and then scumbag, for example. And then this comes up. Twitch will automatically say, Kyle, scumbag of them all. So
The scummiest.
There's also one
Bill's
for
the new scumbag, apparently.
There's one for socials, I believe. You can put all the social medias in there too. Look at this. I think it comes right up. We'll see. I think it does. But anyway, go ahead, Bill. Where William M. Gardner on what? Twitter and Facebook, right? Both?
Yes, William M. Gardner on Twitter and on the Instagram.
Nice. What about Kalon? Where can they find you? It's social, by the way. Here we go. Kalon.
Oh, you took it down. Never
There,
mind.
there,
Yeah. There we go. Right
audio
there,
listeners.
right
Doing this for the audio.
KL on the mic. Hit me up on Twitter, the Twitter box, as
Twitter
Homer
box.
Simpson up here says. Hit me up on there, on the Twitter box. Yes.
The
KL on
Twitter
the mic.
box.
And Instagram, KL on the mic as well.
Very nice. J-Bone, you want to tell us first what the fuck a Twitter box is? And then where can they follow you on the Twitter box?
The person that invented the Twitter box is yours truly, so you're welcome for that, first of all.
Wow.
You can follow me over on that other little podcast called Smash His Podcast, where we're smashing all things.
Sorry.
wrestling.
Little interruption in the feed. Sorry, Jay, missed you. Don't just go forward. Just go forward. Don't go back.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, J-Bone. Finish your plug.
What the hell just happened?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
You can follow me over that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast, where we're smashing all things wrestling and shoot once in a while. Just maybe a little
definitely
bit
a
lately.
shoot. No doubt. There's some shoots in there.
Oh, a lot of that.
That's so good.
Smash This
Oh,
Podcast
God.
is also on the Instagram, the Facebook, and the Twitter box. So you can find me over on that lovely little Twitter box at JBone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150.
Very nice. Guys, you can follow me at Trent Dewberry on Twitter. I'm almost at 1,000 followers on Twitter. I don't know how. I got 10 more to go. I didn't even pay attention to that. So
Go follow the host of the show.
follow me on there. Give me 10 more follows on Twitter.
Anchor.
That'd be nice. The show, guys, at We Talk Impact on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Also, ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact for T-shirts, 4 designs available, including the new one, the cast of characters that's designed by Josh Paxton. Josh, who will pop on for a few minutes after referee Daniel Spencer is on this Tuesday. So Dan Spencer is going to be on the top of the show for about 20-25 minutes. Josh will come on. We're going to thank him in person for the amazing design that's on Pro Wrestling Tees right now. And then we'll get on with the review this Tuesday. Twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact. Give us a sub. Get on there. It is September. All subscriptions are half off, guys. And if you're subbed on Twitch, you get special emotes. You get a private chat. You get a little bonus. It's a little club to be a part of. Get it. It's like $2.50 right now to sub. It's nothing. So sub to us. Sub to your favorite Twitch accounts. There's a bunch of people on there. Follow me for no, absolutely not, Adam. What are you talking about? But no, get your subs in, guys. This is the month to do it because you get a whole month for $2.50. It's like nothing. So sub to Skull 17, Brian, anybody else. Just Impact Wrestling's got their channel. Sub to them. Get all up on it. But now's the time to do it. What else? Audio format of the show available on all audio formats: Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, and Pandora. Rate, review, subscribe. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like. Leave a comment on one of them, a review, and I'll read it on the show as a shout out to you guys. And I think that does it. So,
hey Trent, you know where I could get any of that good disco 70s porno? You know, where everybody's got the bushes outside and the landscapes of their homes. That porno?
We'll talk off air. We'll talk off air about
landscape. I said landscaping of the home.
We'll talk off air about that.
Okay.
All right.
Have a great night, guys.
Hold on. It was I'm missing some plug. I'm missing plug and so you threw me off there. God damn it.
Oh, hey, go follow
I'm horny.
this podcast on Twitch too.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Unbelievable.
Actually, no. Smash This Podcast has been better than ever because I keep crashing J-Bone shows and rooting them for him. So yeah, tune in to Smash This Podcast. I'm ruining J-Bone's podcasting dreams week by week. It's fantastic. Basil's on there too.
Poor guy.
This is the year I retire.
Catch TNI on YouTube also, guys, at Total Nonstop Impact on YouTube. Get sub to us there as well. And pretty much anywhere you can think we're on it. So Connect with us Tuesday night. Bill, run down the schedule for Tuesday night since you are in all of it. Let them know where they can find us.
Yeah, so Tuesday night, you can find us first with the live co-stream of the Impact on Access program on our Twitch channel. So that will be at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. We will follow that quickly after, 15 minutes after the show, with the review, the live review show, which will go about 2 hours, the flagship live review show. Yeah. And don't worry, you can still hang around with us right till there. I usually stay pretty much till the end, so there's no break. Just stay with us, hang in the chat. We'll fire it right back up. And then after the probably about 2 hours or so, we are going to have an interview, so maybe a little more than 2 hours on Tuesday. We will go after dark.
That's where I come into play. Oh, yeah, that's where I come in and play.
That's the KL project.
The main show broadcasts on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube simultaneously, and then the After Dark is only on Twitter, Periscope. So
correct.
That's an extra hour, bonus hour discussion off the rails.
That Twitter box.
I mean, we get to step into the mind of a referee. That's a different.
That's going to be interesting. That's going to be
different kind of interview there.
Especially because he's a new referee with Impact too. So it's going to be kind of cool to talk to him. So big supporter of the show, Dan Spencer. So he'll be on for a little bit. So, all right, guys. I think, final thought. Thank you, Millard. All right, Bill, wrap it up with the final thought. What do you got?
You got it in you?
I got a little bit left. The final thought, I'm actually going to pick up a little bit on J-Bone's shots earlier tonight.
Oh, shit.
Because I think this is a topic I think that does need discussion. And it's true. Like, obviously what J-Bone saw there, if there's rules and regulations, they gotta abide by them. If you're a promoter running a show and you have guidelines by counties and states and you're not doing the distancing, doing the masks, come on, guys. You got to get with it. It's on you. You're possibly going to ruin the independent wrestling business, wrestling in general. People are not going to come back. Yeah, for your area, you're just screwing it up for everyone else. Just take care of the business. Everyone here is a gatekeeper for it. Do the right thing. Like I told the guys right before we went on, like I was down in Georgia. They're taking a much more lax approach to this. Yeah. Me and my friend Dave, we had our masks on the whole time. Whenever the footage is out, you'll see almost nobody in the crowd. They did have distancing, but almost nobody had masks on. And that's because it's not required. Like, so they didn't have to do it. But so they're not. But that was on me. Like, I decided to go down there and I'm not going to another show for 14 days. That's just what I'm deciding to do. So it's on the people going, knowing that, like, it's part of it's on you. Like, that you got to take ownership in this situation by wearing a mask. I recommend everyone do it because you're all looking out for each other. So heed J-Bone's warning, do the right thing. Do not ruin wrestling for everybody. And take
Bill's final thought. Yeah.
What are you doing? You cut off there.
Cutting you off.
Bill.
The show's over. The show's over.
Bill. Get it in quick.
Take care of yourself.
Show's over.
And each other. Wear masks.
All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see you Tuesday. Screw you, Kyle. You fucked that up. Yeah.
Find me the name of this garbage show again that I'm on.
Total non-stop impact.
My name's John, capital letter E, period, Bravo, and you're listening to the Total Non-Stop Impact Podcast.
This is the jaw-jacking Tuesday Night Impactin'. His mother called him son because he shines like one. Mocha skin manimal, Rohit Raju, and you are watching Total Non-Stop Impact.
This is Taya La Güera Loca, and you are listening to Total Non-Stop Impact.
The Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, and you're listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
We are the Rascals. And you are listening to Total
Non-Stop
Impact Podcast, baby.
Woo! And what you're really listening to is Total Non-Stop Impact. Don't you dare miss a lesson. Oh, yeah, yeah.